thought you was Spider-Man. More like Spider-Brat.
It looks pretty good, man.
Where are you? It's irrelevant. You've been a bug interrupting my business.
A little cheesy, but it looks good,
And
though.
I don't like bugs.
Who are you?
Some call me a villain. But you can call me the King. What's up, Spidey? Long time no see.
The Kingpin?
That's right, Kingpin. At your service. It's been a while, Spidey. When you gonna start working for me?
Dude, I'm a hero.
By the way, this is pretty much me and the editing hero doing this. Editing hero is Spider-Man. By the way, I'm gonna leave a link to his YouTube in the description. You guys go check him out, show him some love. Awesome guy, awesome friend, cool dude. A lot of good information in his YouTube page. So go give him some love, man. Show him some love. Check him out. But yeah, man, going back into this, I'm just laughing because I'm looking at it, and it's not pretty much laughing of making fun of it. It's laughing because, you know, we was pretty much bored. We had nothing to do. It was our day off, and we was like called each other up, and we was like, yo, let's film something. And he was like, you know what? Let's do something with the Spidey costume. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll be Kingpin, a modern day age Kingpin. You know, that's very cheesy. But anyway, you guys get the point. We got out there, we executed something, we filmed, which is the main part. You know, we went out there to film. We went out there to do what we gotta do. I did not want to stay with my hands in my pocket. I wanted to do something. And man, we had fun doing this. It took us like 2 hours, I think, something like that. But we had, you know, a lot of fun. We were just joking around and just, you know, shooting this. And anyway, going back into the video, I pretty much want to show you my approach on grading this clip, because the whole idea behind this video was to bring content for both our channels, being that the editing hero, he likes to do a lot of editing videos, and me, I like to concentrate this channel into doing a film set, color grading and directing, whatever. I think he did an awesome job. It looked pretty good. You know, give him, you know, big shout out, man. You killed it. The color grading looks amazing. But, you know, I'm a little jealous, man. I wanted to color grade it myself. You know, being that, you know, I shot it over here in my basement. Actually, we just shot it right here in this side of the studio. But, yeah, I really wanted to color grade it. But, you know, we're too busy. He has a family. I have a family. And he works a lot just like me. So it's very hard to, you know, get us together and just do things like this. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to hop into Resolve, and we're going to grade a clip, and, you know, or review another clip, and then see how we could come up with the power grade. And hey, let's just get into Resolve. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we have the clip already pulled up for you guys. So I'm just going to play it real quick so you guys can get an idea. It's very simple. It's nothing crazy. You know, it's simple, you know, close-up shot. We're going to stop it around here because I like this part right here when he turns his face. And that's going to be our hero shot. So let's start working with this. If you're working with B-roll, you guys already know the drill. The code using, we're going to go to project. We're going to go to clip. This is pretty much how I shot it. So just in case, if your settings are different, since my settings match these, automatically it's going to go with these. Basically, this is my color space, which is Blackmagic Design, and my gamma is Blackmagic Design Film. I shot this at ISO 160, but, you know, obviously a little bit more, you know, exposure won't hurt. So that's a big jump right there. I think that looks fine to me. And I shot this at 5600 Kelvin. I want to switch this to 4200. I want to give it that nice coolish look. So all right, so our first node, we're gonna name this one noise reduction. We're gonna create another node, and we're gonna name this one exposure. another node. I'm not making a crazy node tree here. We're just gonna do pretty much, you know, a kind of like, you know, a look here. So we're gonna go to and name this one saturation. I'm gonna make one more node and we're gonna name this one primaries. All right, so let's go ahead and exposure. I basically like to work with my contrast, so let's just start giving it contrast. I think right about there. That looks good right there to me. Let's double check, see how it looks. Before, after, that looks pretty good. All right, so we're gonna give this a little bit more. Let's bring up the highlights a little bit. We're gonna go to gain and bring it around 768. I think right about there. I think it's too much because my intentions of this shot, I don't want it too dark. I'm gonna bring down my offset a little bit more, like right around there. I think that's good right there. Let's go to saturation. Obviously, let's give it some saturation. So like right around here, it looks good. So this is pretty much, look, it's starting to take shape. So now this is where the fun part starts. We're gonna start working with our primaries and we're gonna go into the gamma and let's start creating a look. I already have more or less an idea how I want my look to look. So I want to go for this bluish type right here. And on my lift, I like to go a little bit green, like right about here. And look at the difference, night and day, guys. Look at that. We're already coming up with a look. This is just, you know, a few tweaks and we're just getting there. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go to the gain and we're gonna incorporate some warmth right here. All right, and everybody's rules of, you know, how they want, you know, the structure of the node tree, it all depends on what you want to do. So I'm gonna make another node and I'm gonna name this one temp. So I'm gonna warm this up, like right about there. See how that green is already popping. I'm gonna make another node and I'm gonna name this one curve. Okay, so we're gonna go into our curve. We're gonna go into hue versus sat. Okay, and we're gonna start bringing in some red so, you know, it can pop out of the hoodie. So let's go. Right around there. And look at that, guys. That's looking awesome. This is like, oh man, it's, come on, look at that. You can already see it already taking shape. It's looking awesome. You can see actually the lighting that we had over here, the cove lighting hitting him. You can see it more, how it's, you know, more bright in the hands. So okay, so now let's go back into our primaries. And let's bring in a little bit more on the offset. Let's just bring it a little bit down because I don't want it too bright. I think right around there. So let's make this big. Look at that, guys. Night and day, before and after. It's already taking shape. I'm liking how it's looking. And we've been doing this, what, a few minutes? So okay, so I add another node, which is exposure, and this is pretty much, I'm gonna go into my curve, and I'm gonna go and just slightly pull it back, like right about there. And I'm just gonna bring just a tad bit the highlights, like right there. Now we're gonna go into our wheels, and we're gonna bring in just a tad bit. It's pretty much a, you know, pull, push, just whatever look you guys are looking for. This is all subjective at the end of the day, and I think right there, to me, I think this is done. I think this is the look that I'm looking for. I'm gonna stay with this. So now let's make our 3 famous nodes. 1, 2, 3. Let's bring this out here so we got some real estate. Okay, the first one, we're gonna name this one Vignette. We're gonna name this one Glow. And you guys already know, film grain is everything. If we don't put a film grain on this one, it's not gonna look like a movie. So let's go into our effects panel. We're gonna drag a vignette. And as you can see, it's very harsh. So we're gonna bring back the anamorphism, the size. Now we're gonna go all the way to global blend. We're gonna go all the way from 0 and just add a tad bit. You don't have to add that much, like right about there. I think that's too much. Bring it back. So there you go. Looks good. We're gonna go into our glow, drag a glow. We're gonna go with shine threshold all the way to 0. I like it, you know, I like the full strength of it. The effect looks, you know, I think to me works best when it's all, the strength is all the way up. So we're gonna go to composite type, and we're gonna go to soft light. And opacity, I'm gonna just a tad bit right here, but I'm gonna lift up my gain right there. I like the, you know, I like that right there. So we're gonna go all the way to the bottom, and where it says blend, we're gonna go all the way back out, and we're gonna start adding it as we go until we find a sweet spot. I can already see here a little bit. You guys look. It's already adding that look that we're looking for. Let's Command S this. Right? Let's make it full screen so you guys can see. Look at that, guys. Looks tough. I really dig it. It looks very amazing. Look at that. So let's see pretty much how far we have gone. So this is everything. Let's make it full screen. This is before. This is after. Come on, guys. I mean, it took us a few minutes to get here. All right, let's go to film grain. And we're gonna go from 16mm on the film grain preset. I like the 16mm 500T, so we're gonna use that one. We're gonna go all the way to where it says grain size. I like it around the 50s. I already know this. I mean, you guys can go step by step if you want, but I already know my settings that I like. And here I like to keep it around the 30s, like high 30s. Okay, and I'm gonna make this full screen so you guys can see. And look at that, guys. I think to me, this is pretty much done. I mean, there's nothing else. Unless if you want to make this more brighter, you guys can. You can make a global adjustment if you want to, but I don't want to. I like the way it looks. I think it looks good. The exposure is pretty good. And at the end of the day, if your intent is to be a movie, you don't want this to be YouTube bright. So now let's take it. Let's make this more cinematic if we want. You go to timeline right here. You go to output blanking. You don't have to do it this way, but you know, it helps if you have like a 4K bar PNG. You can put in your timeline and just, you know, drag it across your timeline. Certain clips, I don't like, you know, the output blanking. So, but you know, if you do it through, you know, this way, you're committing to the whole project to have it. but just keep that in mind. All right, so we're gonna go back to the editing page, and I like to adjust my clip. So I'm gonna bring the clip just a tad bit down. I don't want to take away too much, and I think right around there looks good to me. So I think this is it, guys. Let's play this again. Let's make this full screen. All right, and we're gonna do a before and after, man. It's been fun. This is, you know, very quick. So this is after, right? And this is before. Look at the difference, guys. It looks good, man. You plan your shots, man, and you have an idea, the color grading, you know, it's sky's the limit. So this is it. This is what we have here, guys. Look at that. I think this looks very cinematic. It looks very, very movie-ish. You guys know my terminology. I like stuff. I like movies, man. So I strive as much as I can into, you know, putting the work and the effort into these clips and making them look like a movie. And pretty much, I just want to show you that it doesn't take that much, man, to get a nice looking image. You know, you guys expose right. So let's say we want to copy this, make a still. You got it right there. Let's go to gallery. And I'm going to also make this into a power grade, being that I still have one here, but I'm going to make another one. Let's name this Spider-Man power grade. Okay, let's just to have it there. And let's go into this one. And being that we already have this, let's just drag this right here. But I like the way I did the work on this one. So this is it. I had more or less planned out what I wanted for. So let's make this one full screen. And let's adjust the clip because you have a lot of headroom here. So let's back out. Let's go into the editing page. Let's click this and let's bring Spidey up, man. Let's make this full screen. This is what we got, guys. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks cinematic. It looks awesome. And if I want to go more into this, we can go. So I can add more greens and more blues and just go to town with your footage, man. So, all right, let's go back into the studio. What you guys thought about that? It looked pretty good, right? And it took us a few minutes to do that, man. I mean, that power grade, I mean, to me, it looked, you know, it was a very simple no tree. You know, you guys don't have to do an outer space type, you know, sophisticated no tree to get us a good looking image. Information is pretty much that I'm trying to give here is like try to help you understand a little bit, you know, the process of like from nothing to something. Anyway, enough with the talk. Happy New Year. I hope you guys stay safe. You know, subscribe, like, you know, all that good stuff. Hit that notification. You know, I appreciate you guys and stay safe. You know, we're still in these hard times with COVID. And I'll see you in the next year, man. Be safe.